further about the spread of Omicron then with Anthony Costello, Professor of Global Health at University College London and a member of Independent SAGE, the scientists. Professor Costello, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. How fast do you believe Omicron is spreading? So we used to talk a lot about the R rate, didn't we, with other variants, the reproduction rate?
Well, it's exploding. I mean, we only really knew about this 3 weeks ago, and it's already catching up with Delta in this country. And the R value is various reports, but all seem to have it at 4 or above. It's doubling every 2 days right now. And so, there are 10 days to Christmas, or 9 days. So there could be 4 or 5 doublings over the next 10 days, which is incredibly fast. The UK Health Security Agency say it's 3 times more transmissible within households than Delta, and it's 5 times more likely to reinfect people than Delta. We know from 3 studies published a couple of days ago that waning immunity means that after a second dose, particularly in elderly people, the immunity wears off after about 6 months or declines very sharply. So, as Chris Whitty said yesterday, everything we know about this virus is bad. What the remaining uncertainty, of course, is it milder, and what would be the impact on hospitalizations and deaths? So we need to watch hospital figures incredibly carefully over the next 7 to 10 days to see exactly what is happening.
Some very interesting points that Professor Whitty was making, encouraging pregnant women to get vaccinated, encouraging us to prioritise our social events that we attend. We'll talk more in a moment, Professor Costello, but I just need to say goodbye to our viewers on BBC Two. You talked about this concern about waning immunity and the importance of a booster, but restrictions and decisions by government would be very different, wouldn't they, if it turned out that this variant or whatever comes next gets round the vaccines that we currently have?
Well, exactly. I mean, the booster program has been impressive. We've got up to about 25 million boosted, but, that leaves many, many millions left who have not been boosted. We don't know what the impact are going to be on the older population, although booster rates there are pretty good. So there's a lot of uncertainty right now, and Chris Whitty is right to be very cautious. I mean, in Independent SAGE, what we're saying is that the absolute priority is we want to try and protect Christmas. And so we're suggesting that we have a circuit break right now, going back to what was step 2 of the government's spring roadmap. That means you keep shops open, you keep retail, outdoor hospitality open, but you then have to close indoor hospitality and entertainment. And we try and stop people mixing between households of any size right now, and then loosen that up so that for Christmas Day and through to the 28th, we can have the holiday period. And of course, allied to that, you've got to have financial support. Right now, businesses are crying out because this is a massive time for hospitality and many others. And the other problem that we have is that there are workforce effects. I mean, I heard this morning somebody saying that 10% of emergency staff in hospitals are off isolating, many care homes. And this is affecting all industries, high street, schools, hospitality, and they need urgent financial support. I mean, the Chancellor needs to think about, does he reduce business rates or restore the universal credit supplement or introduce some kind of furlough scheme? Obviously, there's still uncertainty, but, preparing early is best, and we must try and protect Christmas at all costs.
Yes, but then the other side of it, we could be in a whole other world of pain. Just finally, for now, I could talk to you all day, but how mindful are decision makers about the social mental health impacts on people when they are forced to stay at home? Because we keep being told you've got to learn to live with this. There'll be another variant around the corner soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nasty virus. We're not suggesting lockdown. We're always opposed to lockdowns. We're trying to find ways to be preventive, to protect the things that matter. People can still go out, people can still shop. It's just reducing unnecessary social contacts for the time being until we really know what the impact of this is going to be. I mean, some of the worst forecasts are taking us up to much higher admissions than even last January. But we just don't know at the moment exactly what's going to happen. And every day will give us more information. But, you know, the other longer term thing is that we need a global vaccination program. I mean, it's noticeable that all of the variants have come from unvaccinated populations.